Guardians, privileged ones, hello and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. A couple of days ago, a mysterious exotic quest appeared out of nowhere, allowing people to acquire the Whisper of the Worm, which is an exotic sniper rifle, also resembling the Black Spindle from Destiny 1, aka the Black Hammer pre-nerf. And if you've never had the chance to acquire Black Hammer or Black Spindle in Destiny 1, you're going to really enjoy this sniper rifle. But it's not easy to acquire, so we're going over all the steps in this video right now. So to begin, you're going to want to first go and make sure that you are a high enough light level for this quest. I would highly recommend 385 or higher. And on top of that, you're going to want to go to Io to the Lost Oasis. Once you're in Io and the Lost Oasis, you're going to want to wait around for a public event to spawn, and it has to be the Taken Blight public event. Once the Taken public event appears, you're going to then have a series of different bosses that will pop up in specific locations next to the spawn location of actually landing in the Lost Oasis. There is a chance to see a Cabal, or there's a chance to see two Knights. You're going to want to kill whatever boss appears, and once that boss is dead, there's going to be a huge rift that appears on top of a rock. You're going to want to jump through that rift, and then your quest line begins. Once you are inside, you're going to be in the nearby lost sector of where you were just at before going through the rift. So once inside the lost sector, a couple of enemies will be there, but they will despawn as soon as all of your teammates load in. And you're going to want to jump up to the lost sector's chest location, where if you kill the lost sector's boss, you can open the chest. But this time, you're going to want to be up there and then jump over to this little cavern. Once inside that little cave, there's going to be a hole that you can jump down into, and it's going to lead you to the largest jumping puzzle in Destiny's history. So prepare yourself. Whatever character you're using for this jumping puzzle, I highly recommend the Hunter with Stompies. It's going to be the easiest character to get through this location. But if you don't have that, or you don't have the access to a Hunter, then a Warlock worked just fine for me, and a Titan worked just fine for my friend. Once you're inside, you're going to want to follow the exact path I'm taking. I know it's a really long jumping puzzle, so make sure that you pay attention now and enjoy this footage. I'll talk to you at the end. Now, once out of the jumping puzzle, you're going to be in this very room in the video footage with a bunch of grass. You're going to want to jump down, turn around, and what is known as the shortcut in the Destiny community is in fact the way you're supposed to go to get to the boss as quickly as possible. So, go through the crack in the wall as shown on the video footage and follow this pathway. It's then going to lead you to the first room with enemies, where now we have to go over what abilities and what weapons you would like to use. Now for abilities, I highly recommend using the Arc Strider Hunters, and if you can have an entire group of Hunters, great. But if you aren't that lucky, you can also use a Striker Titan or a Hammer of Soul Titan, and you can also use a Stormcaller Warlock, like what we did on my team. And for weapons, I was using Polaris Lance and the EP Shotgun, and my teammates were also using EP Shotgun and Scout Rifles. So, If you can use EP shotgun, great. If you don't have the escalation protocol shotgun, then you can also run 2 sleeper simulates and 1 Wardcliff coil. Sleeper simulates to do boss damage, and the Wardcliff coil to clear out adds. There's going to be 3 rounds of adds. You're going to want to go through 3 rooms as quickly as possible, clear out the adds, and make your way to the boss room. Once you do this, you're going to then want to kill the first boss as quickly as possible. There are 3 bosses in this boss room that spawn at the exact same time. The first one you want to go for is going to be the Taken Captain. Killing the Taken Captain is going to make this boss encounter easier for yourselves because he's not going to be throwing Taken Blights at you the entire encounter. Alongside this, it's probably the easiest one to kill outright from the gate. You can also kill them immediately by using 3 Arc Striders, and that's why I highly recommend using the 3 Hunter strat. If you're not using the 3 Hunter strat, make sure you've got your Warlock or your Titan ready with the EP shotgun to do more damage. Then, after you've killed the first Taken Captain, you're then going to want to move on to the Cabal. The way we killed the Cabal is we simply just waited back at the back of the room where we came into the room in the first place, and you're just going to want to shoot him with Scout Rifle. I used Polaris Lance to do extra precision damage and reload my ammo significantly after each precision shot, which allowed me to keep firing at the boss. With all of that extra damage, we were able to burn him down, and then it was on to the last and final boss. This is where the time crunch comes. Hopefully, you all have your supers again, so you can use your supers to burn down the boss to at least half health or even less, and then you're going to want to use your EP shotguns to do the remainder. If you don't have EP shotguns, Wardcliff coil and Sleeper Simulate will do just fine, and once you run out of all of your power ammo, you're then going to want to burn the Taken Knight down with your primary, which is going to hopefully be Scout Rifle. Now, in our footage, we got very, very close to failing. We got to 1 second left on the clock, just like I did in Destiny 1, and we ended up getting Black Spindle. But your quest line isn't done yet. You still have to get the catalyst and the blueprint for the exotic ship, so let's move on to the next part. On to the second part of this exotic quest, and that's receiving the catalyst. Once you've completed the first part and received the weapon, you're then going to have a location spawn on your Destiny directory on the map, and that's going to be a heroic version of what you just did. This heroic version is going to be light level recommended 390, so prepare yourself. It's not going to be as easy as you've planned. Now make sure that you've taken all your skills from the first encounter and crank that up to 11, because you're going to have to do a lot more damage to be able to finish it on time. Once you go through the jumping puzzle again, followed every step from the first encounter, and got into the boss room, clearing out the boss adds, you're going to then be awarded with the catalyst. Part 3, you're going to want to then go back into this mission, the heroic version, and you're going to want to get all of the chests. There's 5 chest locations, and I'm going to just show you the video footage of us getting the chest locations, and then I'll be back to finish this off. Right after the 5th and final chest, you're then going to have the oracles activate. You're then going to want to go back to this certain platform next to the portal with all the oracles, and you're going to want to shoot a series of oracles in a specific number. So, facing out towards the oracles, it's going to be left to right 1 through 7. 7 being the closest to you that actually spawns like right next to you, next to the pillar, and then 1 being off in the distance to your left, and everything in between. The first series is going to be 1, 3, 5. So you're going to want to shoot Oracle 1, then shoot Oracle 3, then shoot Oracle 5. Proceeding on to round 2, when all the oracles pop up again, it's going to be 4, 6, 7, 3, 1. Make sure that you do this correctly, because if you fail, you have to start all over, and you are still on a time crunch. In our video footage, we actually got close to failing once again, just like doing the Black Spindle quest. We had only a few seconds left on the oracles. Now, for round 3, this one is going to be the longest sequence. You're going to want to shoot 7, 3, 1, 6, 4, 2, 5. You're going to want to shoot all 7 of them in that specific order. After completing the 3rd sequence, a chest will spawn in front of you, and if you open it, you will receive the exotic ship schematics. Step 4, finishing off your catalyst for this week and moving on to complete the schematic for the ship. You have to complete the schematic on the ship by doing the heroic version of that quest again on Arc, Solar, and Void. If you complete it on Arc, Solar, and Void on the next 3 weeks, this week included, next week included, and the week after that, you're then going to get the exotic ship. On top of that, if you complete the bosses, you will also start increasing your level to the exotic catalyst for the Black Spindle weapon itself. So, go back in, complete this entire thing over again, kill the bosses, and you will get 12 essence to the catalyst, and you will also complete 1/3 of the exotic ship schematics. Congratulations, Guardians. I hope you all enjoyed this short video. I know it was a bit longer of a guide, but there's a lot of information to throw at you, and you also have to go in multiple times to do multiple different things to acquire multiple different aspects of this exotic weapon and ship, but it was a fun quest. I was proud of Bungie, and I highly recommend getting this gun, because if you do get this gun, it is the next boss killer. It killed Prestige Callus on 1 plate, and it was ridiculous. It destroyed. It did like 180,000 crit damage. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. So, to every single one of you, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all. I will try to answer you as quickly as possible. Stay violent, be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there is the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy!